One.
Whoopah!
Episode 2, baby.
We in it.
We out. Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Can we finally crack these open?
Cheers, man.
Good Jesus.
Papowie.
Oh, God.
Oh, you slow fucker.
I know you forgot to do that last time when you
That's
said
true. Chink.
chinka chinka.
All right, how you been, man? Oh, wow.
Well, I was going to ask you before that, what's the burning question today?
Wow, we got on the beer cap, we got who would you least like to get stuck in a lift with?
That is a fantastic question. Q&A
Who was,
questionnaires who send us questions, take note.
What
That's
was
a
that?
good question.
Who was
Just
Beyonce's? Remember when Beyonce's sister beat up Jay-Z in that elevator?
She did.
She would sound like a crazy biatch.
Wow. So that's who you pick.
No, does it say who would you rather? Or who would you least like? Yeah, probably her.
Yeah, like, I reckon the least person that I like to be with, good Jesus, they are asking the tough questions today. Do you really think they should ask these questions on, like, a beer?
It's
like,
very
this is too
confronting.
deep. It's too
No,
deep.
that's right.
I think the least person I like
It's too
to
much
be-
for an office Christmas party.
I reckon I'd hate to see, like, some random... You know, like, you're in the shops and you see someone from school and you, like,
Yeah,
you
that's
pretend
the
to go on your
worst.
phone, you're, like, looking, like... Sometimes you look straight and you're like, I can't see you.
You know,
That would be awkward out of someone from school.
I personally, I don't know if anyone else does this, but every single time, like, I'm quite a, you know me, I'm not great at, like, paying attention to one thing necessarily. I'm always darting around the room.
That is so fucking true. It's very annoying.
Whenever I'm in a conversation, I'm, like, listening to multiple conversations. So, like, whenever I'm walking in, like, a shop or something, I'm always looking around at everywhere, right? Just because I'm curious, you know? I swear to God, I never miss seeing someone I know.
But you pretend that you
so
do.
often I see some, like, now that I'm not really close with pretty much anyone from school,
Bruh.
well, apart
With
from
she in
you.
the room?
Yeah, no, pretty much. I said pretty much anyone.
Alright.
Seriously, whenever I see someone from school that I recognize, I immediately am like, okay, straight, look straight, just hope they don't see you.
Who's
And
calling me, like...
if they decide to, you know, say hi to you, you say hi back. But, like, I swear. And I feel bad because I always see people that I recognize.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they see me and they do the same thing, but that's just something I do. I always see them and immediately I'm like,
Well, I feel like, to be fair, like 80, 75% of the people that I see, I don't want to, like, say hi to. I don't, but it's not like I don't want to say hello and acknowledge your existence. I just don't want to engage in a conversation. So
exactly.
please.
It's not that I
don't.
dislike the person
No,
in any
no.
way. It's just awkward
You
to
didn't,
do
I
that.
don't think you go to the shops to have a chat.
No, I don't.
If you're gonna, you bring the person along with you that you want to talk to.
That's right.
So-
right. I'm very rarely there
God.
alone, and when I am there alone, I'm usually trying to get in and
Yeah,
out.
you're in
you know?
and out.
I'm
Like,
not like
seriously, like your mum always. When I used to go shopping with mum, I used to do that because like it was the only time I could spend time with her. And she would bump into people in the shops, and that was game over. I would just walk off and do my own thing. She'd be there
That's
for
what
like
you gotta
half an
do.
hour,
At
nattering
that
on
point-
about a load of old trash.
no.
And I'm like, "Who's that?" She's like,
Don't-
"Oh, I used to
no.
work with her like 7 years ago."
Oh,
What are you talking about for
great.
half an hour? Seriously?
My mum used to do the same thing with like kids' friends' parents.
Oh God.
And I remember literally one time me and
it's
my
you.
mate were like watching a movie and mum was like, all right, guys, you know, Jake's dad's here, so you got to go. You know, you'll have to finish the movie another time. And literally we kind of like looked and we were like, okay, mum. And then we sat down slowly and
Yeah.
she started chatting to his
And
dad
that
and
was
we
it.
like pressed play on the movie. And I swear to God, we
good was
finished the last
Dude,
half an hour of the movie.
It's so funny you should say that.
And
Like
then they
whenever
finished chatting.
your parent came over to pick you up, you knew it wasn't game over.
No, never.
It was time to bloody keep the party rocking.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Just
really
let
was.
him
No,
get
it's
into
so
a
true.
chat.
You should think that. Like,
Or like, you know, bring out something like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, what happened to that thing? And then they just
Mum,
like,
you were in
"Oh,
hospital
no,
last
no,
week.
no."
Explain what happened. She's like, oh, it was
Yeah.
awful. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's
They
good.
love it, dude. No, I tell you.
Before we move on,
Uh-oh.
I gotta fucking show you something. I nabbed these.
Oh my God.
Dan came to pick me up today, and we grabbed Mum shopping, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
And I noticed. Have you heard about these bloody stupid fucking things?
Oh no, what is this? Fresh stickies. Oh,
Yeah, the
no.
other fresh stickies. You know how they did those? I did a bit of a video on it. And
Oh,
it was
the
about
mini,
the mini
things from Coles. Yeah, yeah.
So obviously it's a big bloody dollar sign over their heads because they're like, let's bring out these.
what were they doing with the minis? It was like, what, mini just things?
Mini like groceries. There was like bananas and like not just food. Like, you know, you could buy
Just
like
collectibles.
yeah,
Coles
like they did
collectibles.
water and dog food and shit like
If
that.
you will. Collectibles.
Well, I can't believe you're not on their marketing team because that was fantastically shit. Now they're doing the fresh stickies. And I know someone who works at Coles, and she was telling me, like, well, she didn't
Yeah.
tell me, she Snapchatted me, about how fucking annoying these are.
God,
But I thought we'd do
imagine.
a Max Mofo Pokemon.
Oh, wow.
Live on the show,
Bit
baby.
of an unboxing. What is this?
Who did we get this time? Well, the first one.
Uh-oh.
Is this a
We
bit...
got the eggplant
This
emoji.
is a bit rude. Mate, what's next? The bloody...
We got the
What is
iPhone
it, the peach or the...
sign for the penis.
Yeah, isn't it the peach?
Jesus. Yeah, the peach is the ass.
Yeah, the peach
or
is the ass,
or it could be a fanny.
There you go. Mate,
Aw, that's cute.
it's an ass for fanny. We're not
No.
homophobic here.
No genders on this podcast. They don't exist.
And, I don't even know what this is. Some fucking berries?
Oh wow.
Mate, that's berries.
We got the eggplant and the berries. So
Oh God, it's literally a pair of...
we're not...
It's a dick.
To the audio listeners, we literally mean there's an eggplant and like some
2
cherries. Or
balls.
is it cherries or berries? I don't know. Same thing.
Mate, either way.
And it
I know
just
what
looks
you're
like a
thinking.
cock and balls. So
There you go.
what a good way to get kids into shopping.
How about we put this podcast under educational?
A whole new market. We'll be on YouTube Kids
Well,
in no time.
Yeah, no, literally, like, nah. That was. I just wanted to say, Dan, I do love a good unboxing. So there you go.
I do. It was more of a unwrapping, but I'll give it to you.
Look, everyone's a fucking critic these days.
That's right. You'll get demonetized. It'll be like
just-
misleading title.
I appreciate the fact that you don't want us to get demonetized, but
Exactly. I'm just trying to be accurate. I'm just
yeah,
trying
I
to
know.
be video accurate.
It's tough times. Fucking Susie Wojcicki, whoever her name is she's on my ass.
Susie Wojcicki. I love
Bloody
it.
Wojcicki's bloody coming after us.
So tell me this, Connor. What's the we got fans here. We got listeners of the pod.
We do.
In our pocket. We hope.
We do.
Unless it's just
In
random,
our pockets and our screens.
random people. So
Yep.
what's happening with you? What's the you got any videos coming out? You got any creative?
I sure do. Since I
Project?
was last here,
Uh-oh.
I have we travelled down with my friend Mitchie, who was in the Gold Coast vlog. What the fuck?
Oh, what the hell happened there?
Is there a ghost of Dan's house?
They're very well.
We
could
literally
be.
just caught a ghost on camera.
Damn.
That is fucked.
Is this gonna be
Anyway,
the next Shane Dawson video?
it's like Shane, I swear. We'll get him to come here. He'll be like,
Oh my god.
he'll walk in and be like, oh my God, I can feel a presence.
Shane, I think we're getting sued, dude. Cole's gonna get on her.
Yeah, Shane can't talk about that shit. It's not good for bloody marketing.
So go on.
Mm.
What do you got coming
So,
up? What's on the roster?
Well, I went to a place called Sharp Bay, which is very close to Monkey Mine, like 10 minutes apart. So you probably
Yeah, I
heard
love
of Monkey Mine more than Sharp Bay. But I went down with Mitchell, my
Both
best friend.
very nice animal named places.
Yes, even though there are no monkeys in Maya, and it's actually
How about
spelled Mia.
sharks?
I did see a shark.
Oh wow.
Not in the sea.
It lives up to the
But-
name. Not in the sea. Oh god.
Nah, it was in.
You woke up, you're
I
like,
walked into my room. Yeah, I was like, oh my
you went
God.
for a bath, you're like, what
Yeah.
in the world is this doing in
Well,
there?
fun fact, last time my dad and I went down twice with my parents before, and Dad actually caught a shark last time he was
Oh
there.
wow.
I ain't pulling your plonker, Dan.
Crikey.
Not right now, though. Snumpkin.
Best thing I caught in Shark Pay was
HIV.
herpes. Hey, hey.
Mate, we're on fire today.
Oh, we're hitting it.
Oh God, they are weird down there. I'll get into that, but
The people or the
well, I
place?
was surprised they had HIV, to be honest. Hopefully they're not watching this, 'cause I'm
Oh,
pretty
my
sure I
word.
did plug my podcast, but I was a bit drunk. I have a
Nah.
podcast.
We'll welcome all listeners. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. You got a few
Respect
beers
me.
down. You're like, look,
Yeah, well,
I have a podcast. So.
It's like, do you have Spotify? Yeah, no, Dad caught a shark last time down there. I did see a shark. I drove down with Mitchell. It was like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Stopped by halfway at Geraldton,
Oh,
which
nice.
is a bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
Sorry, you know who, but
Sorry,
you know it is.
sorry,
a bit of a shithole.
Geraldtonians. It just is.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and then straight to Shot Bay. Literally was just like down in beers and stuff. Just did a Snapchat sent you. I was just like literally.
Hey,
down.
it is what it is.
down in
You know, you
beers
got to
and,
do what you got to do.
Went to the local pub. Well, annoying is that you have to pay full at this particular pub. You have to pay a full pint salary for a schooner.
Oh no!
Not a midi, not a pint.
Get
a
outta
schooner.
here.
Which is about 3/4 of a glass.
Good lord.
And they charge full price, like $11. It's like $22. We do, excuse me, we do rounds, me and
Yeah,
Mitchell, so it's like
rounds,
$22 each time, which is a bit fucking annoying. Like I said, I spent like $500 the whole trip, which is pretty crazy considering I was only gone
Yeah,
for 3
yeah,
days.
yeah. No, I tell you.
But literally, when we were sitting down, like having some pints,
Yeah.
this bloke kept looking over at me, and I said to Mitchell, like, you know, keep your wits about you a little bit, because this bloke kept looking over at
I was
us.
looking a bit dodge.
It was looking a bit dodged down.
Oh dear.
You know, the last calls, and we're just playing pool, and like we finished, we're going outside, and we're like, oh, I might just head back to the room now and keep walking around, stuff, grab some bevies.
Yeah.
And this man approaches us, Dan.
Uh-oh.
About 6 foot tall, like bald, looks like he's just fucking murdered someone. He comes up to us, Dan, and I ain't that great in a fight. I'll put my hands in the air and be like, all right, just, you know,
I
leave me alone.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to hear that.
To be fair, I someone has tried to start fighting me once down at my local.
I'm very much the same.
Just bolted. I'm like, I ain't getting bloody barred from this place.
Nah, I tell you.
So if you're in a fight, kids, just run.
You're a non-violent drunk.
Yeah, nah. But he literally just said to us, "Do you want to come to a beach party?"
Uh-oh.
And I was like, fair enough. It's like all the locals gonna be there, and I was like, what, 6 people?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It was like only 15 people.
Oh wow.
And then
we went. Cool though.
It was cool. Yeah, no, it was cool. And we went down there and like we literally, although it's illegal, there was like a the bolo at the end of the bar,
that's
and
awesome.
she goes to 6-pack, and although it's like a pub that say drinking,
yeah,
if literally you walk out the pub with a beer, you technically can get fined, but there's no police down there. Like, not even they give a fuck. I'm pretty sure they're down there shooting heroin or some shit. Like they give a fuck.
Yeah, I love it.
So we literally just walked down. It's in the vlog. I haven't put it out yet, but it'll be in there. And I got these people. You know me, I'm classic. I'm like.
Well, remember, it could be out by the time we post this.
No, it will be out before I post this.
Yeah,
hopefully.
there you go.
Hopefully, yeah. So I think it will be. But yeah,
so
but like it was
coming
just,
out.
Yeah.
What's the? We haven't really talked about this much, and there might not be much to talk about. But what is? I think you mentioned just before we started filming. What's the plan, man? What's happening this year? Like, not that you have to have a direction every year, not that it has to be different, but like, is there anything different about how you're approaching YouTube, filmmaking, videos? What's the go? What's happening?
Well, to be honest, like I kind of wait for stuff like that trip.
Yeah, definitely.
To have an experience, to catch that on film, like catching my reactions. We literally talk about how storyline is the fucking key, and
yeah, I feel like if what better purpose to film a video than a trip like that?
Literally, which is what I was waiting for.
It's funny. I was thinking because I have been working on my fucking Africa video for so long, and I'm really happy with it.
It is true.
By the time this is posted, the video will definitely be out. I did say last episode would be out when that posted. It's only come out a few days after it posted, so I wasn't super wrong. But no, what's funny about doing this Africa video, I'm so happy with it. I'm really great. The music's great, all that stuff. But I'm kind of like thinking about, okay, my next video, does it mean anything? I'm like, this Africa video is so special. It's got, what's this?
I understand what you mean.
It's so special. It's got all this family stuff, all this like my parents' history and all these experiences that were so new and so exciting and all these feelings and everything that was such a good experience, such an amazing, so worthy of making a video about, and then I'm like, I go to the next thing and I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk about editing today.
Yeah,
and
but not every video is like a home run, has to hit the fields.
No, like, I definitely agree with that. But what's funny is like, I'm like, is it even a video anymore if it doesn't have that kind of purpose? Like, I know it does, but it's just, it's funny that, I feel like when you do a project that means so much in so many ways, and then you go to the next thing, it's always going to feel like, why isn't this as special? And then it's like, oh, because that was a really special thing.
Well, that's partially why I waited for the trip, because I knew it would be some really cool, and I was going over the footage and like it's probably some of the best, like I know it's not about this, but it's probably some of the best footage I've actually shot in a while.
Absolutely,
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
what
it
looks beautiful,
which is great. But it's also as well like I do take time, which I feel like a lot of YouTubers are missing out on these days. I take time to fucking like say how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm not just some guy in front of the camera saying like we're going here. I'm actually sitting down. I'm spitting how I'm feeling.
What it means to you. Yeah.
I'm telling you how I'm feeling from like the soul.
Yeah, and one thing too with videos and all that, I think one thing that I can compliment you on is I do think your look has gotten a lot better. Not you, like you look amazing, obviously. But your your videos I think are looking better, and
thank you.
I was talking to a guy because on this coming Tuesday I'm gonna film a cooking video for some guy that I know who's a cook.
What, actually, cooking without instructions?
No, he was actually on MasterChef.
Actually.
I think it was on MasterChef. He was repping Perth. His name was Marco. I don't know if. Anyway.
I know a guy called Marco off MasterChef. Why does that ring a bell?
Could be the same dude.
Wait, he like contested in it?
Just recently, yeah, I think so. Yeah, Marco, and he had a sidekick or whatever, or like a partner, not a sexual partner, like a. You know what I'm saying? You get the drift. Anyway, so he's wanting to do like YouTube videos, kind of. So I'm gonna be filming a freaking cooking video. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm gonna be filming a cooking video next week for this guy, and he messaged me. He was like, "You still filming?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm actually just about to post this Africa video that I've been working on." And he was like, "Well, if it's anything like your Queensland video, it's gonna be dope, you know." And it was really nice to hear that compliment. I was like, "Oh, well, yeah." Like, it kind of reminded me that I am putting a lot of effort into my videos. Like, and even though I haven't posted in months, I know that the videos I like, you know, when I do post and when people do get a video from me, it's gonna be of high quality. And even, you know, the video I'm gonna do right after my Africa video is basically going to be talking about editing and talking about how I'm slow and how I'm going to work on fixing that up, and basically explaining how I'm going to do that, and what my philosophy is with editing. And so that's going to be very much a sit down video. It's not going to have much exciting. It's not really going to have much like overlay clips or B-roll or whatever, but I know that I'm just going to approach it in a way where I'm going to make it look good. I'm going to make it sound good. The narration is going to be good. Like, you know, all this stuff that I think I've always been aware of, but I've just, through practice and through learning and through watching so much YouTube, I've come to realize how important it is to get it right, you know?
I don't, and I hate to sound, it's going to come off narcissistic. I feel like I say it so much on the show. I hate to sound narcissistic.
Oh, no.
There should be a compilation of that.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like as well, and as hard as it is to fucking say, it really is. And I'm saying this from a guy who only classes filmmaking as a talent. Like, there's not anything else I'm actually good at. But I do feel like, as well, as much as all that's great what you say, and as much as we can say heaps that, like, you know, stories, everything, and you can learn, but it's like, in my opinion, it's kind of a thing that, like, you're either good at or you're not.
Oh, you've got to have the intuition, for sure.
I feel like it kind of is. It's like, do you have that spark or do you not?
I think it's also like, it in a way, it's a mix of both, because it's also like, are you the kind of person who's willing to put in the time to learn, or are you the type of person who thinks you can just turn it on and do it? And like,
what's the most frustrating
some people can just turn it on and do it. And I'm not saying necessarily that we are or are not one of those people, but like, it's, if you're someone who thinks, let me put it this way, if you do it once and then it's not perfect and you don't immediately get 1 million subscribers, and then you say, it's not for me, then you don't have it. You know what I mean? Because you can't see that it takes years. And the thing is, like,
easy,
us saying that, you know, we kind of know what we're doing to a degree, like, that's true, but it's like, it's also because we've been doing this for years.
No, yeah.
Like,
what's it been since year fucking...
And that doesn't, you know...
9 for me.
That doesn't make us like,
well, not even,
the best. Like, you know, it doesn't make us the best necessarily, but it just means that we've clearly shown we're dedicated.
Well, we've never been shy around the camera. Like, my first films I was shooting with, like, Johnny. Always been a flamboyant, you know, show busy, like...
No, absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Gets in front of the camera and, like, you know...
Dude, I was always doing, like, double acts or, like, little monologues or, like, you know, stuff to camera or stuff on stage. Like, I loved it.
But not to shit on you if you want to try and do something. I'm just saying that, like, you know... You can't look at, say, and I'm not saying you are, but even if you do look at us and think, this looks easy, like, doing it for a long time, the podcast itself wasn't good for 2 years at least.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Like, good Jesus, this didn't start off how it was. The first episode we did was pants.
Well, you know, the thing is, this podcast that we do now, as much as, you know, we're here, we're sitting, we're having a freaking beers and we're just chatting, like, it looks very easy, and to be honest, in a way it is quite easy for us to do it now, but, you know, it took years of, like, and honestly, not to fucking exaggerate, but, like, thousands of dollars as well.
Oh,
like,
dead set.
We got $1,000 laptop, $2,000 laptop, 3 cameras worth.
Do a Sean Evans
altogether about
this camera, that camera.
Yeah,
that
no,
camera.
like, if you add it up, probably I don't know, $2,500. The microphones, another $400 together, like. And then you got the lights, which were another $100. Did I say $400? $400, sorry. Like $100 for the lights that we've got, which makes us look good. This thing took me hours. This backdrop took me hours to stick together, you know. And,
not to mention the beer.
Oh, the beer's the biggest expense, frankly.
The beer.
That's where most of the money goes into. That's
the more you enjoy it, the more it bloody, like...
The more budget goes,
You go for everybody... case, you're done.
You know, like, and learning how to edit it and learning how to record, you know, all that stuff took years and years and time to learn and money to spend, that, you know, we don't sit around going like, oh, man, I hate that it costs so much. Like, no, that's not even a thought, you know. But,
and one of the worst questions you can ask someone is
it worth the money?
No. One of the worst questions you can ask someone is, like, how do you edit?
Yeah.
Do your own fucking style. Take inspiration. I'm not saying I don't. I ain't saying you don't. I take inspiration, but for fuck's sake, make your own style.
Yeah, definitely.
For about a year.
The other
for about
thing
over
too,
100 volt. I daily for what 104 days. Casey Neistat copycat 101.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
The other thing
Learn
too
from the
is
best.
you've got to also learn
don't copy 'em.
You've got to also learn to criticize yourself.
Yeah, your own content, 100%.
Yeah, if you don't watch your edits, like one thing I've been trying to do too is like almost watch less YouTube. Like I still watch the mains and I still will watch a YouTube video and put it on to listen to it and stuff. But I found that if you're consuming too much, you start to accidentally get influenced in ways, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't want to be a copycat. I don't want to, you know. And then you're editing a video like, do I think this is good because I think it's just like my favorite creator, or do I think it's good because I think it's good? You know, you don't want to be judging something based on how similar is it to this YouTuber or this movie or this whatever. You want to be judging it on like, well, do I enjoy this? Do I enjoy what I'm looking at?
Yourself, and it's like,
no, exactly.
Yeah, not fun and stuff, but
no. So you've got to learn. You've got to learn to look at your own stuff and say like, okay, this is what I like about it. This is what I don't. And you know, you don't have to be like someone else. You shouldn't be. People don't. You know, the thing is when it comes to especially smaller creators, and I think we're authorized to talk about it because we are smaller creators. we can't really talk about big creators necessarily because we're not just small. Yet. But you know, if people want to watch, let's say Casey Neistat, or if they want to watch Hot Ones, you know, they're gonna go watch Hot Ones. You know what I mean? They're not gonna come to your fucking 100 subscriber channel to watch someone who can do it better. And you know what I mean? And it's already doing it.
That is so true.
So you've got to offer something that's unique. The only thing that is unique is you. You know, that's the only thing that really you can offer
style,
that other people can't.
Your storytelling, your honesty, and
that's the only thing that you have. Not the only thing, but like that's the main thing you have that no one else has. It's true. You and your personality, your story. You know.
No, you're dead right. It's so true.
Your perspective, everything else, like
no, dead set, and no, I agree. And it's as much as I hate to say it, like I love this so much, but like. It's a fucking process, and it's so much deeper than it looks. And it's like, you know, people probably look at you and think, this is sick, this is ace. You live in the dream. You got this amazing podcast set up. You got like the vlogging going and stuff. But like, it's so much deeper than that. As much as I love it, it's so much more like fucking deep and meaningful. And it's like, and it drives me mad half the time trying to figure out how to even bring together a video which is like,
you know, and it's not something we do by
to our impossible standards.
And
how the fuck do I reach a standard which is like
pie
in the sky? Even
as well, like we were talking about this season even of the podcast, I feel like we've improved even just in small ways.
That's
like,
it.
You know, we've got to
promote it more, which is a shame.
Well, that's true, but we you know, we've gotten smoother at setting up and filming, and even we were saying like the angles look better, and you know, we found ways to improve the whole thing in a way that is like, we're always getting better because I think, as you said, our standards are very high. And the other thing is that that's just
the mind of the creator, man. The mind of the creator.
We don't put this out by accident. And we also, you know, we don't just film this and then ask Siri to edit it for us. You know what I mean? Like this takes time for us to sit down, to set up the cameras, to film it, to etc. etc.
Well, what I wish to like achieve with the podcast is like the same thing I do. Like, you know, I was listening to Couples Therapy today, and I only listen to a couple of podcasts. Like, Couples Therapy is really good. That's Candace and Casey Neistat's podcast, by the way, for those of you who don't know. It's so good and it's so funny, and the reason people love it is that it's fucking real, which is exactly what we are.
No, that's right.
I don't think you can run a podcast and just bullshit your way through it the whole time.
No.
What if you were lying the whole time and just act and put on this persona? I generally don't think that on a podcast you can be a persona.
I think
because it just shows too much. If I wasn't being myself and I was just being like,
I think the only way
you can't hold back, can you?
The only way you can. Yeah, if you're gonna do like an hour-long podcast or even a half an hour long, you
good luck keeping a persona up the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, because first of all, unless that's the real you, you're not gonna be able to keep it up. The audience is gonna notice that you're getting tired of doing that character, you know. So it's got to be real. It's just
at least like it's not like in our vlogs we're like, don't drink, kids, and on our podcast we're like
hey,
I mean, we drink in our vlogs, so
no, well, we don't hide anything.
What secret is hidden on the podcast? Nothing, except for my deepest, darkest ones.
No, we don't try to do anything that we're not.
No, dead set. Don't do that, kids. Don't fucking start a YouTube channel and try and be the next don't be a Case National 2.0. Like, don't be a bloody Sean Evans 2.0. Take inspiration. It's so important to take inspiration. Do it. But don't be that copycat.
Be the person that people want to be
the
2.0 of.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not saying I've never done it. I literally did it for like a year. And it took me a very long time to get out. Until I ask my friend Mitchell Ledger every time when I put out a vlog. He gives me such good, criticism, like creative criticism, like the positives and negatives. He'll say it to my face. He won't bullshit. It's just he's so good.
No, that's right.
And he used to tell me, he used to tell me like, dead set, you're just copying Casey, Conor. You got to stop. And it's one of the best advice I ever got. Straight up.
Things like that too.
At least I can admit that though.
You've got to go through the ringer. You've got to go through the experience of like being shit. You've got to be shit before you can be good.
Would never if I want to take that back.
No, that's right.
I'm really glad I experienced it. I wouldn't change a thing. It makes you who you are.
That's right.
Makes you who you are.
Shit like diamonds and all that. You never stumble across them already shiny. You got to freaking dust off the shit and you go, all that stuff. You got to.
Mate, I love your. I don't know the word.
You're a diamond in the rough. That's what it is. You got to clear the rough away first.
Rihanna?
And that's a long ass.
Diamonds in the Sky.
It's a long ass song and a long ass.
I would know. I get copper outside of bricks from work.
That's right.
Copper's some good shit.
It's a long process, is what I was going to say. It's a long process. Clear the rough, find the diamond. That's what you got to do for yourself. Thank you, folks. We're going to go on a short break,
intermission, and a word from our sponsors, which hopefully we get soon.
I was going to say it could be an advert, and I'll
soon.
let you know more about that in a second.
Cheers, thank you. Ready? 3, 2.
Wow,
we're back, baby. Before we run into a brick.
Before we tell you about all the adverts,
which we shall begin
that we're going to force you to listen to fund our lives,
please help us.
I forgot to just pretend that
Dan. I couldn't tell. There you go, Dan. It's for you.
That's what I like to hear.
Also, just quietly, I put this back up.
It's quite an interesting little. This is much more of a barstool conversation.
Is it about Saudi Arabia?
Shoestring fries.
What?
Crinkle cut or thick cut chips. How do we prefer our chippies to be cut? Do you know what shoestring means? Shoestring fries?
Are they like the ones you get at McDonald's?
Yeah, shoestring's the McDonald's ones.
Yeah.
Crinkle cut is like the wavy ones,
Not a fan of them.
And then thick cut is just like the KFC ones.
Mate, who doesn't like a thick boy?
Thick boy is very good.
Thick boy is good.
Oh damn, is that? Oh,
magnets.
Bit of the old magnets, bitch.
I do collect bottle caps, so I will take those. Thank you, Dan. Don't ask why.
No, I think thick cut's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Shoestring's got its place.
No, I get
occasionally.
You. It does have its place. I feel like when you're pissed.
Frankly, crinkle cut could just
go fuck itself.
Yeah, get fucked, crinkle cut.
Don't even talk to me anymore.
Literally, no one likes you at all.
Get fucked. Anyway,
I think that was a necessary word from us.
It was a necessary intro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think we'll be sponsored by what are they? What's the one? McCain's.
Yeah.
We won't be sponsored by any chip companies.
You've done it again.
Oh, McCain. So
yeah, it's like, folks, Dan, can you edit that out?
Let's talk about adverts, okay?
All right, kids, talk about money for a second.
No one likes them, but you know what I do like? I like that thick green.
Cha-ching!
That's damn right.
Damn straight.
Here in Australia, it's the color of pink, blue, yellow, and red.
Nice.
And green if you go for the 100.
True.
So we got a rainbow. I like that rainbow in my pocket. Let me put it that way. Okay?
Who does not?
That's how we get money here in Australia. The pineapples. That's what they call the 50s. I like the pineapples.
Although you may be mistaken, this is not our job.
Yeah, look.
They're like, surely you're making enough profit off this 3 views per video.
This podcast doesn't make us a single dime. In fact, we've lost money every episode.
That's so fucking true. It's like we're losing money? How is this happening? That's
true. Look, let me put it this way. We're vastly underpaid for the job that we do here.
Yeah. I hate to sound like a fucking dick, but
our hourly rate is appalling.
$0. Mine is fucking $10.
Mate, the producers pay us in beers. So that's just fucking like... I appreciate it.
They're slowly killing us.
If we weren't the producers, I'd fucking be mad at us.
Nah, the producers are like... They give us some good shit.
Nah, look, it is what it is. Anyway, so, we got to find a way to monetize.
Well, our friends at Anchor just got bought by Spotify, and bless them, like, well done.
I was going to actually ask you about that. I didn't know if you know that. So
yeah, good on them.
Anchor's just been bought by Spotify, which is great because I think that means Anchor's going to have more money. It's going to have more opportunity to expand. But...
Sponsors?
Well, I just hope it means that we can still be on places other than Spotify because I still want to be available on Apple Podcasts and stuff. I hope Spotify doesn't be like, look...
That
no
one
competitors.
fucking-
Yeah.
That one
So-
bloody person who watches it on Apple Music.
Yeah, well, you
Apple
know, we've got to
Podcasts.
cater that to
Yeah,
that one
no, I
fan,
agree,
you
I
know,
agree,
the
I
one
agree.
with the glasses and the freaking suspenders. So, you know,
That Apple fucking.
hopefully Spotify
Love.
doesn't, you know, wreck Anchor, but I think Anchor's great and Anchor's lovely, and
Oh, yeah.
I think generally it's a good thing that they got bought by Spotify, and they've been now offering this thing where like anyone can offer sponsorships.
Yeah,
okay?
monetization, kids.
So, you know, what's funny is we already have the 25-minute, you know, interval for our podcast.
It's been there since the beginning, baby.
Yeah, right in the middle of our podcast, we have a short little break because
there for
we
a
gotta reset the cameras and stuff. But it's perfectly placed for, you know, to put sponsors if we get there. So the way Anchor works,
We'd love to have you.
you can put, so you upload the episode to like Spotify and all the other podcast places, and you have, you know, the first half, and then you have a spot where you can put ads, and then you have the second half. So the ad spot you put there, and basically I've put it there now for the last episode and this episode. I don't know if I'll do season 1. Maybe we'll just leave season 1 as is.
Really? So we can add stuff.
We could add to season 1, but I think it doesn't, you know, it's not like, unless, look, if 1,000 people start listening to our season 1 podcast, then yeah.
Mate, they've got to go back and watch the classic.
Look, then we'll put
It's a good
adverts in
fucking
there.
series.
But you know, well, look, let's say we get popular in season 3 or 4, you know, do you go back and watch episode 3 and 4 of the H3 podcast, or you know
I
what
actually
I mean?
do. I was on one.
Well, there we go. So maybe you'll go back.
What the fuck, like.
Let me put it this way: maybe you'll go back and watch your favorite classic episodes, and you'll be like, "An advert? How dare they?"
This is back when they weren't making money.
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, I digress.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to put the ad spot in there, and then once a sponsor approves your show, and they're like, "Okay, you know, we'll let these guys advertise with us." We'll probably take a bit longer to advertise because
We're edgy as fuck.
Well, not necessarily edgy, but we're what's called explicit. There's explicit and clean. Explicit basically means you swear. Clean means you don't.
Those
and because
clean bastards.
you know, we're always gonna not, you know, we might have a podcast that doesn't swear, but we're not. I'm always gonna tick explicit because
We literally
you know,
have a buddy
if we do swear,
penis
that's
right
fine.
there.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna ever say we can't swear. So our podcast is always gonna be explicit, or it's gonna be in the explicit category, which is where I put it because I know that we are fucking bad boys.
So these clean boys getting on them sponsors.
Well, they're probably getting more. I know
Yeah,
that
they
if you're,
would be.
you know, if you're
Go on then.
explicit, look, if you're explicit, you still will get offers, you know. So eventually, hopefully, some freaking company, let's hope it's a rich company like fucking Apple or something, comes to us and they're like, look, we want to advertise on your
Do you have
little
an
shitty
iPhone?
podcast.
Well, yes, I do.
Yeah, exactly. And then all we do is we record a little ad spot and we slip it into the old podcast placement. So
We'd
it
love to
works
have
out. No, it's great. It's
That's
perfect.
it. Be our first sponsor. We'd love to have you.
And then if we
Many
get sponsors, so then the way it works is like you get a certain amount, what's called a CPM. So it's like dollars per thousand
Cents per minute?
listens. No, cents. It's French. It's cents per.
CPL?
It's cents per mil, which mil is like 1,000 in French. So it's cents per, or sorry, it's cost per mil. Okay. So cost meaning dollars per 1,000 listens or whatever. So most places will do like $10 to $15 per 1,000 streams. So let's say I think currently we've got like 300 or 400 or like 350, 400 total streams.
That's really
podcast,
cool.
which is cool. It's about
That's
like
more than YouTube combined.
well, it's about like 300. What am I talking about? It's about 30 listens per podcast, which is pretty good,
so cool.
considering that's just Spotify.
Please fucking hit us up on YouTube at Daniel Wade at Conor Hannon.
And I want to show you something about YouTube, by the way. We'll talk about that in a second.
That's sick. Thank you so much for watching. That's fucking cool, man.
So that's great. But so what's that's like four? Let's say that's four. Let's round it up. We'll say 400 streams.
Who you made $10?
Well, no, we'd make $5 because if it's $10 per 1,000,
so we're gonna split the old.
We'd make half. So we make $5. So let's say if we had ads on every single episode so far, we would have only made $5. But
Well, that's immediate. The bloody.
let me put it this way: that's
for the
after
name
a few
and
months of doing
the
it.
local.
That's our first season. Like, look, we got tons of places to go. We got much more places to go. But you know, we
So
get
Dan,
on.
can I quit the day job?
We start monetizing it now. We work our way up. We commit to it, and then
Well,
eventually
can I just say as well before we fucking
can,
jump away from this, like
go and take our resignation letter and slap our boss in the face with it.
it's my own father.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'm out.
I'll just slap your dad as well. I won't even tell my boss.
He's,
I'll just.
he's the best.
Nah, he'll love it.
I want to say as well. Obviously, we ain't here. I don't feel like I have to say this, but we kind of do. We've been doing YouTube for like nearly 10 years now, completely free.
It's a good point. We're not here lost for the money.
Seriously, by the time we need about $5,000
Yeah.
of actual paid money from this podcast or YouTube videos to actually get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
like
no,
before we even make a profit.
No, that's
we need
very
like
true.
at least
that's
$5,000 to $6,000.
Look,
Can I just say, we've been doing it for bloody years now without being paid. It ain't about that. But at this point, it would be nice to fucking get paid for what you're best at, you know?
here's the thing. If we were after money, if we were doing it for the money, Conor would be a full-time trader. He'd probably be working 2 fucking tradie jobs or whatever. I would be working fucking 60 hours a week. You know, like if all we wanted was money, like we could work our ass off and just do that, but it's like we choose to put time into this, which is not paid right now.
Not at all, yeah.
And as much as I'm talking about, you know, monetizing it, it's not going to be paid for a good couple of months, possibly years. You know, like so. It's not like we're doing it for the money at all. We choose to do it. We want to do it. We enjoy doing it.
I'm just acknowledging that last year we did the entire series. Like even you put more effort into it than me, obviously, because you had to edit it.
Yeah.
But you know, even uploading the podcast is a fucking process. Doing all like the descriptions, the tags, the getting the thumbnail on, doing all the end annotations and stuff. Like even that's a process. Like
no, that's right.
That's literally like nearly 50 hours, I'd say, of work.
Yeah.
That's like filming, pre-production, post-production, editing.
Yeah, that's
like,
right. Yeah.
All for free. So
it's very true.
If you are thinking these money grabbing bastards,
no, that's right.
I think that's a bit unfair.
It's not like we're getting paid. Yeah, no, that's right.
I think that's a bit unfair. I feel like if anyone kind of deserves it, it's us.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to bloody squeeze your balls, Anchor. I know you're great. I love all you guys. I follow you on Twitter. I think you're fantastic. I love what you're doing.
With all that being said, subscribe to our Patreon.
Well, we should get a Patreon.
We'll see about Patreon.
What's this bullshit about?
No, I got nothing against Patreon. I'm just, you know, I feel like Patreon's only something if you really want to if you really want to put that money to use, and if you have enough people that are willing to do it. So I think at this point...
Oh, you're doing a bloody Philip the fuck and...
I'm just saying at this point we have no reason. Like, you know, there's no...
I love you, Philip. Don't
demonetize us.
Yeah, Philip can demonetize. Anyway, what do you want to talk about YouTube? The big YouTube...
Oh, no, it was actually a very small thing.
Okay. Well,
no, I just want to say I'll show you how to do it. But you should get your...
not this bloody classic URL.
Yeah, so right now... If I go on YouTube and I type in youtube.com/DanielIsWeird, it comes up with my channel, which is awesome. And I actually typed in youtube.com/Daniel, and it was some random, like, really small YouTuber. So I don't know if I can, like, message him and be like, yo, can I have that customer? I don't know if that's how it works. But anyway.
youtube.com/Daniel, here we go.
Yeah, it's some really small guy. But so youtube.com...
What, in height or?
No, like...
Is it a cat?
No, like a small YouTuber. That's what I mean. He's got, like, what?
650 subs, more than us.
650 subscribers. Yeah, I know, but like he doesn't really have any videos.
To be fair, his profile picture's a cat.
It's like nothing. He hasn't uploaded.
9 years.
He hasn't uploaded. The last upload was 9 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
The last upload he did. So
he's uploaded a bloody ABBA music video, like an IMAX speed test.
Very strange. But anyway, so youtube.com/DanielIsWeird is where you can go to find me. I want it to be that if you type in if you type in
youtube.com/Conor Hannum,
you get nothing. Nothing comes up. So obviously that's a URL that is available. So I'm saying I can help you out. Oh, what? No, it's not. Go on YouTube. Type it in. Hold on, we're getting mixed signals here.
youtube.com/
There you go.
Oh, I got the monkey.
See, it's available. So what I'm saying is you should make your channel youtube.com/Conor Hannum, and then at the end of these videos, we can just say that.
How do I do this?
Well, I will show you off camera.
Ooh.
And then you folks listening or watching at home, if you're still listening.
We can just say youtube.com/Conor Hannum.
That's damn right.
Those dang con artists.
What's this last 10 minutes been? Monetizing? Damn.
Well, no, it's an important thing to talk about, kids.
No, I think it's an interesting chat. You know what I mean? It's on our mind. It's something we bloody...
It is, and I
think
like
it's something we want to do.
Thing.
And I think, you know, I really... What's so funny is, like... And I don't mean to suck us off here, but if we're putting out content like... Not just the podcast. Like, obviously, we would do the podcast. The podcast is pretty good. But if we're putting out content like the podcast and content like the vlogs that we've been putting out, which are pretty fucking good.
Yeah, of course.
You know, again, like, we're doing that for free, and we're doing that in our spare time. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine...
We do have full-time job, kids.
Like, imagine how good content... Sorry, imagine how much good content we could put out and upload and get out on a regular basis if we were paid to do YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Like,
not wrong.
If we got ad revenue and we got money and we were popular, we would be banking it, man. Like, but more importantly, I realize I just sound like a money grubbing whore.
Yeah.
We would be making money, but more importantly, it would mean we wouldn't have to work, and we could focus on just making good stuff, which I think we would make a shit ton of.
The content comes first, but we've got some questions.
We're gonna finish the show off with questions.
What's the questions? And I think we got a couple. So, that wasn't a question. Do you guys find Peter McKinnon annoying and fake, like he's been on a character? I actually don't watch Peter McKinnon. I know Aiden does.
Let me put it this way.
And before that, there's another question. Travel destinations you want to go to in 2019. That's from Mitchell Ledger. Thanks, Boo.
That's
mentioned him a few minutes ago, actually.
So, yeah.
Peter McKinnon, I've never watched him.
Shout out to Mitch, by the way. He's a lovely guy.
Mitch
Ledger. Is that his channel now, or is it still... He's got Mitch Ledger and Superframe.
Mitch Ledger
both
and
of them.
Superframe. Both sold to him.
Check him out.
Yeah, he's great.
So, Peter McKinnon...
that Casey friend, yeah?
I think he's pretty cool. Like,
never watched him. Can't judge him.
He's a pretty cool guy. I've watched his videos. He's a nice guy. I personally don't watch him anymore. This is not a hater. I would love to, meet him. I'd love to collab even. Like, he's a lovely dude. But I think he's a cool dude. He does a lot of like tutorial stuff, and so that's why it was very interesting to me learning. But now most of the stuff he does, like, I know already. So it's like,
is he the guy that lives in South Africa, Cape Town?
No, he lives in Toronto, Canada.
Oh, I love Canada.
Yeah, and look, he's a cool dude.
Why do you think he lives in South Africa?
No clue. You're a madman. That's why.
Casey met him in South Africa. That's
what happened. So he's a cool dude, but like he has this really cinematic, really polished look, and it's really nice. But I find that sometimes it doesn't always like serve the story necessarily. It's just good looking stuff.
Okay.
For the sake of looking good, And I love the guy. This is not hate. I think he's a lovely guy, but I just don't. It's not my style,
My mate Josh, love him. He's gonna be coming on my new show. I actually confirmed that the other day, which is really cool. He says, "Wait, what is this you're talking about?" So thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh, for the contribution.
Finally.
Wait.
What?
Oh, did you open it already?
Yeah. No, it's the question is written.
Okay. Well, I was gonna. We had another question. The question about where to go.
Oh yeah.
2019. I don't know.
Shit.
I would love to. I don't know this year if it will happen, but I'd love to go to America.
Yeah, America.
Places. Pretty much the places I want to go is America and New Zealand right now. Like, because thing is, I've been to the UK. I've lived there, so I would love to go to the UK, but that's not really like a next on my list kind of thing. That's kind of like, when I'm rolling in the money, when I got fucking cash that I need to burn. America definitely first. I'd love to check out New Zealand. That sounds like quite a nice place. And then maybe like Asia. I've never been to Asia, so that would be interesting.
Definitely go back to America.
Asia's not like hugely on my radar. Like it's a really interesting place, and I'd probably love going there, but it's not something that I'm like dying to go with.
Yeah, I'd pick like back to New York. America was great. Need to go back to England, visit my family. Would love to go like Germany and France and stuff. Love all that shit. I'd love to go everywhere, to be honest.
Well, and I just went to Africa, so like Africa is lovely, but I just went there, so I don't need to really go.
If you could pick any actor to play you in a movie about your life, who would you pick and why? Walking Phoenix looks like me, so I'd definitely pick him.
But that's the hard part though, because by the time we're old enough to have stories worth telling, all of these actors are going to be dead.
Yeah, I know.
Or they're going to be like they're going to be like Michael Caine, like,
you got called Leo DiCaprio.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I feel like you would be great Joaquin Phoenix. I would be great Leonardo DiCaprio, but it would have to be almost like they would have to play us right now because they're getting old.
Well, generally, look at Joaquin Phoenix when he's like my age. He looks exactly like me. It's fucking scary. Anyway, next question.
Well, even like I've changed my haircut a little bit, but I did used to look quite a lot like Leo. I used to have quite a Leonardo DiCaprio haircut.
What a fucking strange question. What animal would be the cutest if you scaled it down to the size of a cat? A little tiger would be cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Technically a cat.
I reckon a little hippo would be hilarious.
Little hippo, that's true. That's a good rap name.
It would kind of be like a hairless pig, like a hairless pig. That'd be cute. Like a little hippo. That'd be nice.
Finally, what weird food combinations do you really enjoy? That's from Hannah.
Ooh, interesting.
Himself. Hopefully that ends well.
Classic. I've been talking to a woman lately.
Yeah, well, I have.
So,
what weird
foods?
A chocolate. If you ever eat chocolate and you drink milk at the same time, heaven on earth. There you go.
This is going to be a shout out to a little restaurant. Not restaurant. I don't know. It's interesting. It's kind of like a restaurant, kind of like a corner shop.
Corner store.
3 a.m.
There you go.
And the reason I say it's going to be weird because I remember I did an interview with the lady who owns the place. She's quite young, actually. She's done really well for herself. She owns this little restaurant called Pretzel that resides in Perth. Get fucked, you twat. She owns the place. I did a little interview for her to be like the social media poster. I did not get the job, so I shouldn't even be promoting it. But honestly, she's that freaking good. And let me put it this way: if I had had a meeting with me when I was at that level of experience, I wouldn't have hired me either. So, in my book, she made the right choice.
That's tough.
Nah, she seems like a lovely person. She obviously is very smart business wise because she took this one store in Northbridge that she had. She worked at it freaking night and day, made really good effort. Now she's in Whitford. She's opened up in over east in like Melbourne and stuff. She's expanding, man. Anyway, so it's this place called Pretzel. This does link up. It's this place called Pretzel, and they do like, it's kind of like pizza dough almost.
Oh,
and they do it in like these big oversized pretzels, and they do like really crazy toppings. So some of them are like sweet, like they'll do love
a good sweet
salted caramel, or they'll do like a cookies and cream one, which was really nice. I had that recently. So that's already kind of a bit weird, like pretzel, pizza dough with like sweet stuff on. That's not a super combo you'd expect, but it is really nice. And then they also do like savory stuff, which again is also kind of like you wouldn't expect it. They do like chipotle with jalapenos, or they do like bacon and cheese, and they're also really freaking nice. So it's like it's one of those business models where the food, you hear it and you're like, doesn't really make sense. A pretzel with bacon and cheese, like, I'll give it a try, but I'll be fucked if it ain't a tasty meal.
Perfect. Thank you for those questions.
Go eat at Pretzel. Go check out Mitch Fletcher. Go watch Peter McKinnon. We're just here for advertising.
And if you like this podcast, tell a friend.
Yeah, that's right. Let me put it this way.
I heard on Couples Therapy today. That's what you should say. So there you go.
Podcast it forward. Yeah. Tell 3 friends, and each of them are got to tell 3 friends of themselves. So
yeah, pay it forward, kids.
If you do that, we'll be the next Joe Rogans.
Mate, there's 2 of us, so
yeah, that's why I said Joe Rogans.
Yeah, I love it. That's it. We could be the next Joe Rogans.
Yeah,
there's 2 of them.
Right.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Or would it be Joe's Rogan?
You're confusing me. No worries,
it's like
guys.
Attorneys General. It's too highbrow. Don't worry.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
We love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you also to the
pleasure.
Spotify listeners. There are a few of you.
Yeah.
And bless you.
Thank you so much. To the 30 of you who are listening. To the 30 of you. Thank you so much.
Want to look us up on YouTube and search a good
we're
message.
Back.
Conor
Second
Hanneman,
episode.
Daniel,
We're in. This season's going to be another 10 episodes, and then an Easter special, and then season 3. Season 3 could be longer than 10 episodes, could be shorter. We'll have to see how we feel. Yeah, we'll ask the producers. They'll go back to us.
Those bastards. All right.
See you next time, folks.
Love you all. Thanks, everybody.
We do it for free, and we do it for you.
For now. Love you guys.
We only do it for you for now. Once we get, producers, we'll do it for them.
We out.
We'll do it for the sponsors. Thank you, folks. Bye.
Bye.